What's up, everybody? It's the end of a very long Saturday night. I think it's about 6:30 in the morning now. I stayed up all night playing video games, pretty much slamming keys in World of Warcraft, getting my Raider IO up to be able to do higher keys and just getting in practice on my Shaman. Um, but that's what I did with my active mind. But the real reason I stayed up is honestly because Gabriel and Dresden, who, if you haven't heard of, they're these two guys that met in 2001. I think it was 19 years ago, and they are a DJ duo who does just amazing live sets. And so what's been happening the last couple of days is that Dave Dresden, who's half of Gabriel and Dresden, has been doing live sets from his living room over Twitch. So he did a 5-hour set on Thursday, a 5-hour set on Friday night, and tonight, when I just turned off the computer, he had been going for 9.5 hours straight. The music was amazing. It was nonstop. Every time I thought I could turn it off, he played another amazing track. So for folks in quarantine, especially if you're fans of electronic music, now is a great time to get plugged into the Twitch community and streaming on Facebook, because a lot of the big DJs I follow, almost all of my favorites, have done at least one live set in the past week, or they're doing studio time previews with them. So I think that it's a massively good use of your time. It's a great way to, you can set up virtual dance parties on FaceTime or over Zoom or Skype or whatever. And it's a great way to stay in touch with your dance family and just people. I turned my dad on to this music. So I think it's a great way to be able to share experiences with people without having to leave your house, which I have now, except to go down to my doorman to pick up packages, have not left my apartment, and it'll be 48 hours. So I think that's mostly what I have to talk about tonight. I think from a Warcraft perspective, I didn't get as much time in with the team as I wanted to, but I think it's, for the long term, it'll be okay. I ran most of my keys with smalls today, getting both of our IOs up, which should help us get accepted to groups, while one of the folks in the team, Death F, spent the afternoon and evening just really crushing his chores, if you will, on his rogue. So all the really gritty, grindy stuff that he has to do to get caught up, he got almost all of it done today, which is crazy. Takes a crazy amount of dedication and focus to spend that many hours in a row doing the part of the game that's really not that fun. So he's going to be in a great place for us to push keys tomorrow. He's all caught up. His essences are caught up. His Azerite, level on his neck is caught up. I think he's caught up on his cloak, but we can check. But other than that, I think the biggest struggle we're running into right now is that it doesn't seem like our tank has as much time as we are hoping. He has had a lot of real life stuff come up. Again, it's not a lack of wanting to be there. It's because there are other priorities that he has to keep above Warcraft right now. So we've been struggling a little bit with groups trying to find tanks the past couple of days, which is a little bit of a struggle for me because I go back and forth between wanting to tank, wanting to heal. I think I do well in the healer role, and nobody else on the team can really do it. I do think we're running into an issue where it's becoming very challenging to find dedicated, skilled tanks to do higher keys on a daily basis. Whereas I was having an okay time finding healers to do higher keys. So it may make sense to play a hybrid that can do both. A shaman is not that, but we will see. It's a little too late for me to be thinking about that right now. The other thing is, I guess I didn't mention, I spent the last 40 minutes or so I was awake trying to wind down, so I played some Civilization, and it was a lot of fun. It's a little bit of a formulaic game, so I find that when you know how to start things off, it's exciting in the beginning, but then it kind of flattens out. So I may be looking for another game to play in quarantine that's a bit more of my chill, not competitive game to kind of reset and relax. But yeah, Warcraft is good. Trying to make progress as a team, it's a bit of a struggle. But I'm getting through this quarantine with my friends on Warcraft, as well as this amazing live music coming out of the electronic music scene. So any folks need recommendations of live sets or artists to listen to, hit me up in the comments. Otherwise, I will be back tomorrow with more Warcraft updates.